Imagine waking up and finding out your YouTube channel has been suspended. Your videos are gone, your subscribers are gone, your revenue is frozen. But here's the really scary part. Sometimes it doesn't stop at one channel. If you have multiple channels connected through the same device, or you've used one Google account as a backup for another, YouTube may see those channels as connected. So if one channel gets suspended, the others could end up at risk too. The same systems YouTube uses to detect spam, fake engagement, and suspicious activity can also be used to identify links between accounts. In this video, I'll show you how to appeal a suspension and, more importantly, how to set things up so a single suspension doesn't put everything you've built at risk. Make sure you watch until the end because I'll show you the exact multi-account setup I use, along with a way to get 2 GB of free proxies so you can protect your accounts and reduce unnecessary risk. Let's get started. First, let's talk about why YouTube suspends channels in the first place. The most common reasons are copyright violations, repeated community guideline violations, severe policy violations, spam, fake engagement, and ban evasion. Copyright is usually the most straightforward. 3 active strikes can lead to channel termination. Repeated community guideline violations can also result in suspension. Some categories, such as child safety violations or terrorism-related content, may result in immediate enforcement without warnings. YouTube also actively looks for spam and artificial engagement. And if someone tries to create a new channel after being suspended, YouTube may identify that activity and take action against the new account as well. Now let's talk about the Cascade Problem. YouTube can associate channels together through shared devices, IP addresses, browser fingerprints, account relationships, and other signals. When channels appear connected, actions taken against one channel can sometimes lead to additional reviews or scrutiny of the others. Here's a simple example. Imagine a media company managing 3 YouTube channels from the same office computer. One employee logs into channel B while channel A is already open. From YouTube's perspective, there are now multiple signals connecting those accounts together. Later, channel A receives a copyright issue. That doesn't automatically mean the other channels are suspended too, but it can increase the chances of additional reviews or account checks. If every channel had been managed through its own isolated environment, there would have been far fewer connections between them. Let's talk about deadlines because these are important. If your channel has been terminated, you generally have up to 1 year to submit an appeal through the instructions included in the email YouTube sends you. If you've received a community guideline strike, you typically have 6 months to appeal through YouTube Studio. And if your YouTube Partner Program monetization has been suspended, you usually have only 21 days. That's the deadline you absolutely don't want to miss. When writing an appeal, stick to the facts. Acknowledge the policies involved. Clearly explain what your channel is about. Describe any changes you've made to address the issue. And whenever possible, include supporting evidence such as permissions, screenshots, or documentation. Many enforcement actions are initially handled by automated systems, so getting a manual review can make a big difference. If your appeal is rejected inside YouTube Studio, you can also reach out to Team YouTube on X. Many creators have successfully received additional assistance through that route. And if the issue involves copyright, consider contacting the claimant directly. In some situations, they may agree to retract the claim if the content is removed. Quick action step. If you currently have an active strike, open YouTube Studio, go to Violations, and write down your appeal deadline right now. Let's clear up a couple of common myths. The first myth is, I'll just make a new channel and start over. In reality, YouTube uses many different signals to identify relationships between accounts. These can include IP addresses, browser characteristics, device information, and Google account activity. Because of that, simply creating a new channel doesn't always give you a completely fresh start. Another common myth is, a VPN or a Chrome profile is enough to separate my channels. A VPN only changes your IP address. And while Chrome profiles separate cookies and logins, they're still running on the same machine. Many browser and device characteristics remain similar, which means the accounts may still appear connected. If you're managing multiple YouTube channels, the goal is to give each channel its own browser environment, with its own cookies, fingerprint, and IP address. That's where anti-detect browsers come in. There are several good options available. The one I'm showing today is GoLogin because it's the tool I personally use. I like how easy it is to set up, and in my experience, it's been one of the most stable solutions I've worked with. The exact workflow I'm showing can be applied to other anti-detect browsers as well. One habit I always recommend is checking your browser fingerprint before doing any real work. The easiest way to do that is by opening iphey.com and reviewing the profile. What you're looking for is a fingerprint that appears clean, consistent, and free from obvious warnings before you log into any important account. All right, let me show you how I set this up. The process is simple. Create a profile, add your proxy, and let GoLogin handle the remaining configuration. Things like time zone, language, and geolocation automatically align with the proxy location. The reason this matters is that websites can read a variety of browser and device characteristics. Each GoLogin profile is designed to appear as its own separate browsing environment, helping reduce overlap between accounts. If Iphey shows warnings, regenerate the fingerprint. If the proxy isn't working correctly, double-check the credentials. Create a second profile using a different proxy. Different profile, different fingerprint, different environment. That way, if one account runs into problems, you're not automatically exposing every other channel to the same level of risk. For solo creators with 2 or 3 channels, the setup is simple. One profile per channel. For agencies managing large numbers of client accounts, GoLogin also includes team sharing features that allow profiles to be assigned to different team members without sharing passwords directly. The biggest mistakes I see are managing multiple channels from the same environment without proper separation. Creating a new channel after a suspension without addressing the factors that linked the accounts in the first place. And missing appeal deadlines. Remember, monetization appeals are time sensitive. Community strike appeals have their own deadlines, and terminations have separate appeal windows. If you'd like to use the same setup I've shown in this video, check out the link in the description or the pinned comment to get 40% off and claim the 2 GB free proxy offer. If you found this video helpful, leave a like. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.